Welcome to Rapid City Network's abbreviated coverage of the Minnesota game. The key plays, drives, turnovers, and scoring plays are included to speed the game up in a new format for not so important games. But before we get to that, let's hit the recruiting news and CFP rankings. Rapid City welcomes 2 more commits to the class that took the plunge after the whooping of Fargo last week. The number 4 ranked strong safety Chase Chomper out of Pennsylvania is the first. At 6 foot 202, he's a good size and he brings speed in the back end as well. The coaches love that he has the vertical to contest almost anything thrown his way. He'll need to work on his play rec to play a little faster. Now the second guy is 4-star Hank Hammerhead out of South Carolina. He's the number 9 ranked middle linebacker in the nation and stands at 6'4", 228. Great size, and yet another guy Rapid City beat Fargo for. He has decent speed, is okay in pursuit and getting off blocks. He'll need to work on the fundamentals and wrap guys up better at the collegiate level. Rapid City's class comes in at 7th in the nation with some heavy hitters out in front of him. You can take a look at the top classes right here. Rapid City still struggling to get a 5-star. Now let's take a quick look at Rapid City's national footprint. Key pipeline states have no recruits this season so far, with Florida and Texas not serving anything up yet, though that could change soon. And home state South Dakota also with nothing. The Stegos may lose New York and gain Utah heading into next season. Interesting to see where Coach Galloway is sourcing the talent. Now last week's game saw Anthony McLaurin ball out and garner Player of the Week on offense on a national level, while Jared West joined him as Player of the Week in the Big Ten. The top 10 in the CFP sees everyone move up at Clemson's hands as they took a huge upset loss to Wake Forest last week to drop from 1 to 10. Undefeated Middle Tennessee State is all the way up to 8th in the CFP currently, with a big game at Louisiana Tech this week. We'll have highlights of that game coming up. Also of note is NC State taking a tumble all the way down to 14 from 3 after being humiliated by Georgia Tech 30 to 10. Rapid City and Penn State lead their Big Ten divisions and remain on a collision course for the Big Ten title. Dominic Richardson still leads the Heisman in most people's eyes as the Cowboys are now number 1 in the nation. Finally, Rapid City remains at number 8 in toughest places to play, winning 10 straight at home, which is the 3rd longest streak in the country. Now at halftime, we will have some highlights from 3 separate games here, one of those featuring undefeated Middle Tennessee State. But for now, let's get to the game, as Rapid City traveled to Minnesota this week after dropping 80 on their rival Fargo last week. They're trying not to look ahead to the big game against Florida next week and keep the momentum. They drove right down the field on their first drive, and we'll pick up the action there. Here are the key plays and drives from the game.
This might be the most well-oiled we've seen Rapid City look at the beginning of a game. Burrow with another carry. He is not going to get the edge, though. 1 yard. Alani Neal gains nothing on second down. It's 3rd down and 9 now from the 10. McLaurin had his man over the middle, and he misses. 4th down. Galloway sends the kicking team out. Rapid City gets on the board first. 3-0 on the field goal. Boy, McLaurin just missed the touchdown. 1st and 10. Kalakamanis out wide to the running back again. This time he'll lose a yard. I don't know if I'm saying Kalakamanis right, but that's how I'm saying it. Option to the left, and he's getting buried for a 3-yard loss by Darrell Bullock. 3rd and 14 now from the 40. Makes the catch, but he's going to be short. 4th down. This is a long field goal attempt, or will they punt? They bring the kicking team out. This is a bomb of a kick if he can make this. The kick is up, it's drifted right, and it's no good. As we head to the second quarter with Rapid City leading just 3-0, looking to pile on more. 1st and 10. McLaurin looking. Got a wide receiver. Oh, 10, Justin Wally with a diving bat down. Snaps away. McLaurin again, this time he's got Cameron Laybourne, Mr. Dependable to the 5, into the end zone, touchdown, Cameron Laybourne, 33 yards to pay dirt, made 3 men miss after the catch. Now Rapid City extends the lead to 10. So quickly it is 3rd and 5 after 2 options that go for 5. Looking, and they're gonna try to run, and it ain't going anywhere. Rapid City holds. Darrell Bullock all up in the backfield. Punt is away. McFly will have to come up to field this. He does have some blockers out here. We'll see if he can make some magic happen. He's got quite a lot of space to run down the sideline to the 23. Snaps away. McLaurin sees the blitz rolling out. He's going to go to Posey. Oh, and it's intercepted by Chapman. Snags it out of the air. What awareness by the linebacker here. And the turnover bug strikes again. First and 10, looking like another option. It is. Calicomanis keeps it. Oh, it cuts back. What a nasty move by the quarterback. 24 yards. He was dead to rights in the backfield. Look at that. Oh, my goodness. So now it is 3rd and 17 after no gain on second. Throwing out down low to Brockton, who is going to be short. Tackled at midfield. 2nd and 12, we're now under 2 minutes until the half. Snaps away. This is play action. McLaurin looking. Gonna take a shot. That is nowhere near where he was throwing it. 3rd and 12. Snaps away. McLaurin looking, throwing low, and that's batted down. 2nd and 18 now. Calicomanis looking. Throwing out wide to the check to Higdon. Higdon's got plenty of room. 3rd and 2 on the 16-yard reception. So now if Rapid City wants to keep Minnesota from getting points, they're going to have to get a stop here. Calicomanis gives it, and tackled in the backfield again. Another TFL for this defense. Fabian waits, and Rapid City calls timeout. After the fantastic game from McLaurin last week against Fargo, it has been rough sledding against this Minnesota defense. And this time McLaurin has Charlie Hall on the sideline. That is a first down, and they'll run quick. Yeah. McLaurin gonna go low to McFly. McFly looking for the sideline, and he gets it. Snaps away. McLaurin over the middle to Laybourne. First down. 2nd and 10 now after an incompletion. 28 seconds until the half. McLaurin to Burl, who's gonna be short. Rapid City will burn its second timeout. 3rd down and 1. Play action. McLaurin up top. Intercepted by Chapman. You gotta be kidding me. The big man's got a lot of room to run. Tackled down at the 40. Not how Rapid City wanted to see this half end. The big fella getting up. 7 seconds until the half. Rapid City just trying to keep Minnesota out of scoring range. This is a wide receiver screen, and it's set up nicely. Guys are getting blasted down onto the ground. Down at the 35 with 2 seconds timeout, Gophers. And they will line up to try and put 3 on the board and cut this to a 1-score game. The snap and the kick is up, and it can't get there. They miss it, and they will trail Rapid City 10-0 as we head into the half. Rapid City with 2 interceptions. They'll look to get it turned around on offense. Stop making mistakes. Minnesota will be looking for some answers as well.
It's halftime, and I've got highlights. Now, let's take a look at a few big games this week and check out those highlights. NC State took on Clemson for the ACC Atlantic lead after both teams came off huge losses last week, and this game started with both teams deadlocked at 3 after the first quarter. It wasn't until late in the second that Clemson would pull out in front on a Will Shipley touchdown. They led at the half 10-3. Now we go early to the third quarter, and NC State was going for it on 4th in their own territory. Gutsy play calling that led to a turnover, and Clemson adding another 3 points. Then finally on their next drive, Andrew Jane gets a touchdown for the Wolfpack to cut the lead to 3 heading to the 4th. Then we got some fireworks as Grant Netton connects with Bo Collins for a 44-yard strike to start the 4th, and Clemson's back up 20-10. But NC State was not going away silently. Next drive, Aaron McLaughlin hits Cameron Walker for 6 and again cuts the lead to 3 with half the 4th to go. NC State would get a stop, and it would all come down to a 4th down with 1:31 left in the game. Bird came unblocked off the edge, and McLaughlin had nowhere to go. NC State drops their 2nd straight, and Clemson takes a hold of the division as Grant Netton collects player of the game, going 22 of 28 through the air with a touchdown. Tigers over Wolfpack 20-17. Okay, game 2 on the menu is undefeated Middle Tennessee State at 5-4 Louisiana Tech. Both of these teams couldn't get much going on offense in the first quarter. Blue Raiders had something going on in the second quarter, only to get stopped on a big 3rd down and had to settle for a field goal. They went to the half with a tiny 3-0 lead. Now we move halfway through the 3rd, and the Blue Raiders are driving again, but again, they're denied on 3rd and have to kick another field goal. Now we're in the 4th, a little over a minute to go. Louisiana Tech has the ball at the 18-yard line, and on 4th down, cannot convert. But wait a minute, Middle Tennessee State throws the ball on 3rd and only forces Louisiana Tech to burn 2 timeouts. Now they've got a chance to get it back one more time with just under a minute to go. JD Head hits Trey Harris for 14 to start the drive. 45 seconds left. Next play, Head takes off and rumbles 18 yards down down inside the 10-yard line with 34 seconds left. The first down pass would be incomplete. Second down pass would be incomplete. And third down, you guessed it, incomplete. So here we go. Fourth down, 20 seconds left. Head drops back and drops a beauty into Jacob Shelley's hands, and Louisiana Tech takes the lead with 18 seconds to go. The Blue Raiders would throw one more prayer up, but it would not be answered, and J.D. Head gets player of the game as the Bulldogs ruin the Cinderella season for Middle Tennessee State and probably their CFP chances. Don't think we can top that one as we head out to Husky Stadium for the number 6 Ducks at the number 19 Huskies. Things got bad very quickly for the Huskies as Sam Heward dropped back on the first play of the game and threw to the wrong team. Avante Dickerson houses this INT, and the Ducks jump out to the lead immediately. Surprisingly, that was not how the half would go, as only a field goal from the Huskies would change the score. They went to the half down 7-3 to the Ducks. Now we're halfway through the third, and Heward learned from his mistake, and instead of forcing one, he takes off here and gets the Huskies their first touchdown of the day. They'd missed the extra point, but take the lead, 9-7. Heward got a little too confident though, because later in the third, he'd take off again, and this time, he'd cough it up. Justin Flo would scoop and score on this, and Oregon's touchdowns are all coming by way of the defense. Lead is now 13-9 Ducks after a failed 2-point try. Fourth quarter, and it's third down for the Huskies now, and guess who fumbles the ball again? Coach is not happy, and he shouldn't be, because Byron Caldwell would make them pay for it on a man run to the end zone. This was enough to end the Huskies, as they just couldn't do anything from there on out. DJ James picks up player of the game with 2 INTs off Heward and 10 tackles, and the Ducks silence Husky Stadium with a final of 20-9.
And hey, thank you to the Rapid City Boosters.
It's your support that keeps the Rapid City Network going. If you'd like to become a booster and help this network thrive, click the join button below and become a member of the channel. And hey, enter a name into the prospect pool for recruiting next season with the link in the description. We're trying to make the largest custom name class ever with the community here. All right, let's get back out to the Stegos versus the Gophers.
So quickly, it is 3rd and 6 after an incompletion and a quarterback keeper. Looking, he's got a man out there. Oh, and it's almost intercepted by Tolles, but it's caught by Williams instead. And he's into the end zone for a 71-yard Minnesota touchdown. Tolles misjudges this ball, and the whiff costs Rapid City 7 points. 10-7, Minnesota cuts the lead. Rapid City methodically moving down the field. 2nd and 8, snaps away. McLaurin, quick throw to Laybourne. 3rd and 3. Snap. McLaurin keeps it. He's going to get buried in the backfield. It'll be 4th and 7. And Rapid City sends the kicking unit out, realizing the offense is just not in rhythm. The kick is up, and it is right down the middle. 13-7. Rapid City leads by 6. 2nd and 6. Oh, Lynn gets double-teamed in the backfield by Fabian Waits and Mumphrey. 3rd down and 10. Rapid City get a hold here to the sideline. They're gonna say it's incomplete. Forces upon its first down. McLaurin going out to the sideline. He's got Laybourne at the 50. McLaurin is checking at the line. Snaps away. He's gonna roll right. He wanted Charlie. He's gonna throw it. That is dangerous to Posey. 13 and a first. Looking. McLaurin going down low to McFly. McFly's had himself a good game. He's out of bounds at the 5. 50 seconds. Burrow up the middle, fighting. Down at the 1. This ball is half a foot away from being in the end zone. 2nd and goal. Another give. Burrow up the middle, touchdown, Rapid City. 20-7. The lead moves to 13. Does Minnesota have a comeback in them? They're gonna need some big plays if they want to get in this thing. 3rd down and 10. Throwing out deep. That ball is dropped. Good coverage from, I believe, Jared West. So Rapid City gets the ball. Can they put the dagger in the Gophers and go up 3 scores? Earl, carry, cuts back right. What vision. 2nd and 2. McLaurin keeps on the read. Cuts back out left, and he's got the first. Give. Earl cuts out right, cuts back left, makes a man miss, still on his feet for 7. Lonnie Neal checks in, he gets the carry, he's outside. Oh, he was almost a touchdown there, 8 yards. Finally, Minnesota was ready, and they stop Rapid City for no gain. It's 2nd down and 10. McLaurin waiting, throwing, and the ball is somehow intercepted off of a shoe tops. They're calling this a fumble? They are calling this a fumble. He definitely threw the ball. And if we look at the replay, McLaurin loses the ball while he's throwing it, but his hand is That ball is going forward. That should have been an incomplete pass. I don't know how you call that a fumble. So Rapid City gets screwed. What a shame. A good drive being put together by Rapid City there. And it gets ruined. 3rd and 10. Out to the sideline, and he's wide. 4th down. 3rd and 15. McLaurin has not had many open receivers to throw to today. He doesn't have anybody, and he's got to just throw it. And that's going to be intentional grounding and move it way back. And the defense has been playing pretty good here. 2nd and 12. Out to the sideline, and Preston drops the interception. We've seen that all too often from this defense. Those balls have to be picked off. 3rd and 12. Out to the sideline. That ball is picked off. Jared West. There he is. Forcing the turnover. That is a record for Jared West. 8 picks, breaking McCormick's of 7. 2nd and 9. McLaurin keeps. Cutting up the middle, 7 yards. 3rd down and 2. And Casey Case has checked into the game. Snap. The give to Alani Neal, and a huge gaping hole, and he busts out left for another 14 yards and a first. Hey, Mike, McLaurin strained his bicep, man. I told him to stop flexing. He'll return soon. 2nd and 10. Alani Neal gets the carry up the middle. 9, 10 yards. 3rd and inches. The give up the middle. Alani Neal, 1st down. And now Minnesota can't stop it. Rapid City with 21 first downs today. Minnesota with 7. The snap is away. McLaurin underneath the McFly for the touchdown, and he deserved one. Rapid City takes a 27-7 lead with a minute and a half to go. 3rd down and 3. Oh, and Calicomanis eats a whole lot of man. Kevin Robinson gets up under the wing and gets himself a sacked lunch. 2nd and 1, 12 seconds left. Alani Neal gets the carry. 3rd down and inches, and that might be the last play of the game. It will be. Rapid City wins a dogfight. 27-7 is not indicative of how this game went. It was close throughout until Rapid City distanced themselves at the end. A couple of bonehead interceptions from McLaurin, who got hurt a little bit at the end of this game. We'll have to see how he's doing next week. Your player of the game is Colby Burrell, 22 carries, 114 yards and a touchdown. Great game from him. Great game from Cloud McFly, Jared West. If you liked it, drop a like on this thing, and I'll see you in the post-game show.
Just kidding. There is no post-game show for the abbreviated games. Now, this is a new format that we'll just, try for games that aren't as impactful on the season. Let me know in the comments if you liked it or if you prefer them all to be 20-minute videos. And yes, don't worry. The big games like Florida next week will remain full productions with the studio crew, the whole shebang. Heck, maybe even this got up to 20 minutes. I'm not sure. So sound off in the comments and let me know. And until Rapid City versus Florida, go Stegos.